So before I begin, disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician. If you have acute syndromes or things, go to the expert, get checked. But I'm allowed to share an opinion what I have observed with my friends and things that I did. So what you see here are blood cells. This is the thing. It's all about your blood. Truth is in your blood. So if you invested in your health, you should be listening to what I have to say and share with you. So I'm into bioresonance. I am also, side note, EMF, CLUDs, when they say in Jamaica, blood clot. Your blood sticks together, your blood plasma is all sticky. You want this is like a healthy picture. I'll show you in between demonstrations of the realness. So here's the thing, what I have to put in my mind. A regular microscope that looks at your blood with the regular lighting kills the cells. So any reactive movement not possible. Then there is called the smear test I've read. I'm just looking at it from a mechanical, I'm right now biomechanically. I'm not a biochemist, no clue. But I have a few ideas in assembly parts. And some parts that work, some parts that don't work. Something is in synchronicity, something is not in synchronicity. While I'm talking, find where is the cell here that doesn't look right. And it's a smidgen. And I'll show you in a minute why this trigger is going on. I call our candidate or contestant that hasn't even been found or declared by anybody or anyone. I must admit I'm not the only one looking at this. There was a smart person shrouded in mystery that pointed a finger and said, look at this, compare, do your own research. And Lord and behold, I'll show you what I found. So, one of those here, these candidates, let's say two, let's be fair, does not fit the picture. If you can point that out right now, and you can freeze the picture and show me in the picture what you see, and I will let's say I will not reveal it. I will remove this. You'd have to go back in your video, so nobody knows nothing. Okay, nothing. And I will reveal the secret to what you've been missing. So also look at that by law, a doctor is not allowed to own a Darkfield microscope. Find a private company or private, I don't know what, that lets you. Now I found one where they said you can be in our lab and you can look at it. So we found patient X, we looked at the blood. In a minute we will show you a video from a high-tech Darkfield microscope. Also, a Darkfield microscope does not destroy the blood plasma. See, with the smear effect, they use lye, and they do this, and they put it on a slide, and they look at it, and it's all frozen. So it's dead. It's not really useful for any substance you find to test an immune response. It's impossible. And I challenge biochemists and doctors to show me what I'm about to show you, because I think nobody has done it and nobody has seen it. So the cell that doesn't fit, and I'm teaching you to look for it. So I want you to do your homework. Ask for your blood works, if possible in a movie, MP4, MPEG format. If not, get the pictures. If they're crappy, blow them up on Photoshop, or if you have a photo, blow up your blood work. And a friend of mine was diagnosed with Lyme, and then they said it was a misdiagnosis. There's nothing in the blood. She's clear, but she has fatigue and she still has problems. I looked at the blood work. I saw the same thing I found in our contestant, Mr. X, with live blood, undiluted, unchanged, and you'll see it in a minute. Bear with me. So what I found was this. A cell that looks like this, and it had a poker. You see this? It had a tiny poker, and I make this big in case people don't get it, because you need to learn. You want to be healthy, you want your energy back, you want to heal. Most of the symptoms you have are actually based on this. The cell doesn't look round like this. You know, it's like it's a little egg. The cell has a problem. Yeah? And I'm going at this like as stupid as they come, biomechanical. The cell has a poker. That's why I call our deal Mr. Hokey Pokey. So you gotta focus on cells that look like this. Blood cells. And I urge you, go on Google, look at Bloodworks, where they diagnose sickle cell anemia, lupus, all types of things they diagnose. But nobody can see this. I know what free radicals look like. There are books that show you these little chainy thingies, blah, blah, blah. I'm not drawing that out. Your focus has to be a healthy blood cell looks like this. Okay? And an unhealthy, that is my observation and my opinion, do with that what you will, looks like this. And that's my theory and my findings, and I have photographic evidence why that is so. It sounds cocky, some might be hurt. I think this is revolutionary, and I think this must be told. I'm a finder of lost objects. So, we checked out, before we go into what can actually heal this, because I haven't even found any supplement, nor any known company with anything, compound V, that can do anything to help that cell expel what's inside. So why does the cell have that poker? And that's my theory. Prosecute me if you will. I'm open for prosecution suggestions. Anyway, this parasite doesn't fit in here. It sneaks into the cell. It's kind of like this, and I found it. I mean, after somebody pointed it out, I recognize it's in there. This little bugger sticks itself into the blood. So the scientific community, or doctorate, or line them up, Yale, Harvard, whatever, I assume they believe there is no blood-borne bacteria, meaning that dude is hiding in plain sight. Nobody can see it, nobody knows, because nobody knows what to look for, nobody has found it. Well, a few people are smart enough, and we're coming. Well, I'm not a doctor, I'm not developing anything, so I'm just pointing in certain directions. So this thing, I checked in the animation, kinda, like, let's say this is the blood plasma, does this, and circles, hovers around, sneaks around, finds the cell, yeah, as ugly as this little monster looks, and this is your enemy number one. This is, you want to talk pandemic, we all have it to a degree. We're not dying because we look good and it's hiding in plain sight, but that's why, you know, when we get hit with something where our immune system needs to be fit, the canary birds in the coal mine, you know the story, are the first ones to die because they're the sensitive ones. So those with a weaker immune system, they're getting it, and we're witnessing that now. So what you see is not really what you see, and that's, to me, past the hype that we see online. There are diseases, we have to be careful, we have to look out. With this quarantine, forget about it, impossible. But you can treat yourself and others. I'll get to that in a minute. So see, this drills a hole, and I see it do it, wiggles its way, and I want doctors, please argue with me, please tell me I'm wrong. This thing here does kind of like this, wiggles its way into the thing, and then after that thing is inside the cell, sorry, I have to move a little bit. After the dude is inside, talking about free radicals, there's the poker, but you can't see this. I'm giving you, let's say I cut the lid off and I'm showing you what's inside. So, what's so mind-blowing is, which is what I analyzed in my life, and now we have to get a little bit psychic here. There's a book that's called, I think, Spiritual Science or Psychic Science. In one of my videos I'm showing that what people scry into what they see when they look into minerals or diseases or whatever. And I had meningitis, I had Lyme's disease, and then the doctor said, you're clear, there's nothing in the blood. I think not. I think there are remnants and leftovers. I never fully cure that out. I have a solution now, and I'm a week in my treatment, and oh boy, my energies come. Besides the fact that I work with bioresonance that enables and stabilizes my cells and helps me to even be fit through all of this in my life, I found something. That's where we go from the metaphysical into the very, very, very physical. So what this parasite does, it steals cellular energy. So if cellular energy is stolen, and do your own research, this can't be produced. This is type of ATP. That is the fuel for your body. Study what ATP is in the blood. And many studies I've seen talk about ATP accelerators, nitric oxide accelerators, niacin flushers. I think all fragmented and incomplete because I tried those 30 years in, health insurance, thousands and thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. And guess what? My back pain didn't disappear. My headaches, my migraine attacks where I thought I would die didn't disappear. Me collapsing in midday fatigue never stopped. Anything that was suggested for thousands of names from Germany professionals to the US didn't work. Till I found one thing. I'll share that with you in a minute. So if your ATP cannot be generated as in cellular energy, you're having problems. You don't see that yet because you go to bed exhausted and you think it's because you're tired. Maybe you go to bed because you should rest and not be exhausted, but we don't pay attention. Maybe you're running on 74% life force. I think I ran on 64. I did cellular treatment. I went into coding and cell programming to turn the internal rife mechanisms of my consciousness on so my brain can actually attack what's coming at me. But here's the deal. If you put out the fires in your body, middle back pain, lower back pain, knees, whatever, feet, joints, you can put all those fires out. Yeah? And those fires are most likely, I looked also at the demographics of a lot of people on Earth. Soft cell tissue is where the bacteria goes and chews. So of course they're chewing on your disc. And how many people have their backs cut open and discs adjusted or half mounted because they think it's the deterioration of a disc or the degenerative disc disease? You know what that is? Here's your disc. And many people don't read those books. And the bacteria is chewing on your discs. They're chiseling away what you have to support the vertebrae. You understand? That's what I'm saying. And that's just one case. And then this gets weaker. The bacteria is in here. You have disc pain and you think back pain because it's a degenerative disc disease or you're older or blah, blah, blah. It's garbage. The minute I put some ointment on, it's like I'm taking pills and ointment. This disappeared. So my body can now finally repair the disc, I don't know, in 40 years. All I remember is back pain and headaches. For the first time in my life, I can stand up and then do like these certain things I couldn't even do. I would disguise that in public so you wouldn't see that. So this, I was like, certain movements, I would just, do a little movement so you don't see it. Now, that movement is slowly coming back. I'm assuming, according to my information, I need 6 months, maybe up to a year to fully heal that out. What's within me, and that's for all of you. So again, check your blood, get your blood works, and if you can't find it, send me an image and I Photoshop it and go with a marker around your blood cell that's infected. I'll show you images in a minute that'll blow your lid off. So I'm kind of also like a little bit happy that we can make people better again. Besides me working in cell resonance. It's just the basic levels on the physical level. If your base is not right, if the avatar is not right, how can you be right in life? How is that even possible? So the difference between a healthy cell and an unhealthy cell is this. So my theory attached to that narrative is vitamins direct light, minerals store light, enzymes balance light, and cells produce light. blood cells are your transport system for light. And if the light distribution in your body is compromised, we're having problems. Meaning anything that you eat and every intake is a reflection of how sick you are. Any character, sociopathic, whatever, that is, our consciousness is infected, so is our body. And I think the entire human race carries that. Some say these things are bioengineered. I don't know that. I have a feeling they're very, very old. I have a feeling they're collective. So here's my dream, if I'm an openness can share this. Where I always, every 6 years, I would have this tremendous nightmare where I'm trying to fight something that runs me. And it bullies me, it suppresses me, but I can't see it. You know, usually we would say, like in mythology, demons will come out of hiding, and once you decloak them, they're actually done for. Exorcism. I think exorcism has to do with people's infections, physical. You know, when in a movie The Exorcist they say we are many. It's a bacteria collective that is responding to you, and that's why they say we are many. It's a theory, okay? So take it with a grain of salt. So I couldn't fight these things. They were always like, I found these corners and shadows and energy would come out of this, but I couldn't see it. Well, my dreams are getting clearer. The nightmares have disappeared. Mind you, I'm 6 days in. They were hiding inside my blood. That's why I couldn't detect them. Now, I also have a face to it. I'm not going to paint that right now, but I have an idea to psychically connect to that. Also, what happened, as I looked at the screen and we looked at the blood plasma, I'm pointing at the thing, at the screen. But guess what the parasite does? It removes this. They can do that. So, but now they're done for. Their storyline is over. That thing removed the poker. As I did this, and I'll show you on camera, I'm doing this and the thing goes whoop. They're responding. So also what we found out, and you all see that in a minute, is for parasites to work, they're like, I'd say like terrorist groups. We know they can turn your blood cell into this factory. They can rebuild that thing, and then it looks like this with these knobs. You know, that's at least from the illustrations from books and the information that I got. And it becomes a viral factory. A virus is basically a faulty DNA. It's debris. Bacteria is kind of like faulty DNA. Doesn't have anything to do in your body but kill you over time. And I think we have no idea how many people die of misdiagnosis and biomechanical failure, and we say it's all natural causes. What triggered me is also my brother passing this year, and they couldn't find anything in the blood. If I had the blood works, I guarantee you I would find a high saturation of these pokers. I think he had that in and around his heart, and in the end it was exhausted and it caused him to fail. Biomechanical failure, and nobody saw it coming. So we all like, yeah, soul contracts, some souls leave earlier, we'll attach all this mythological stuff to it, but when it comes down to the nitty gritty, fix your tire and you can go down that road. Maybe for you 70-year-olds, what I'm giving you is 30 years plus right now. Off the back, I'm just saying it, yeah? Because we have to fix the biomechanics in our body, and I'm kind of like a little bit pissed that we're so stupid that we're not seeing this and nobody's interested. So be interested in your blood works and demand a Darkfield microscopic picture or a movie if you can, and look for those pokers. So here's also what they do. These blood cells, pokers, they go oval a little bit, which, you know what, some is it's normal. It's not that normal. Then the next one with the poker comes, yeah, and a poker here, and a poker here, and then you see over time these beasts are creating a network. I've seen it on camera. Nobody needs to convince me. It was pointed out. Do your own research. These little beasts trying to create little viral highways. Just like our social media, somebody puts out a bogus story and then it creates a thread. That's why it's called a thread. What do you think they're doing? They're threading. And if you have networks of this in your blood, which can be observed, you're in trouble. Subliminally, it might be, I don't know, maybe 11% of something that's sitting in your blood, and you're running around, running through life, working, wifey, kids, everything. You think everything is okay? Maybe not. And that's for everybody. I'm saying for everybody. Make no mistake. From here into the jungle. Make no mistake. Check that. If I see it, I believe it. If I don't see it, I don't know. I don't know. So, when these things wreak havoc in your system, your immune system does not go against the blood cell. It can't be seen, so there's nothing happening. So how do you train? I'm going to do this little here, so you remember Mr. Hokey Pokey and remember a healthy cell. So, I want to show you, this is a healthy cell. And we can keep the image up if you like. This is an unhealthy cell. And now we want to show you two cells with the expelled virus outside. You can see it, take note. Now we will show you an animation where you see also me pointing at the screen, high tech, what blood looks like. And I'm pointing out the pokers. You'll see the chains as I'm explaining. And you see, how they line up. And now, for the final, we introduce, I found this company, bioavailable copper to the hidden infection in the blood. A very tiny smidgen, maybe picogram, to the plasma that is alive, not dead, not chemically altered. And we put a smidgen to the thing. Now look at what the blood does that is infected. You see them running for the hills. You will, even if you're smart, detect a white blood cell that picks up all the bacteria and the debris as it's being expelled. This is called a live exorcism. This took place, this is actual fact, and I go for that. You will find that substance on my website under health. Do your own research. There's nothing disguised. This is FDA regulated. What I'm saying hasn't been approved by anybody. This is my observation. Google, I found more images out there that actually show me the pokers and show me the difference. The reason why regular copper doesn't work is it kind of oxidizes and then goes into the plant and it's missing an electron. Somehow this genius company has found out that bioavailable copper can donate one electron, and that fires your ATP. And when you do that, your immune system goes, rah! They're all going at the blood cells are puking out everything that they carry. That's parasitic. And you should investigate that, you should invest in you, and you should test that. So if you have any problems or things, back pain, lupus, sickle cell, I want to see after you treat yourself, whether you get it from me or wherever you find it. I want to hear testimonials under that video, how you feel, so people can get into the experience. Yes, the baker bakes bread, and for the exchange for the bread, for the manna, you pay. That's just simply business. But this is your life, and you should be concerned with that. Others buy cars for, $30,000. Others have health insurance, and look at the elders. They're all covered, and they have the health insurance, but they're all kind of like, they're not looking so well. Well, can something be done? Can something be changed? Well, I truly from my heart believe something can if you make up your mind and you do your own research. Also, I say, disclaimer, don't believe a word that I've just said here. Yeah? Say it's all bogus and garbage and I'm a lunatic. Do your own research, make your own experience. I know it helps me. I'm standing behind this product, and you will find it displayed on my website. And you punch in that name, you find testimonials and a website belonging to that. That I will have for life. And I don't say that lightly. I'm using the cream, I'm using the advanced formula, and a lot of pain has left my system, and I go with that and I stand by that. So hopefully this gave you some insight and much smoother ride. So again, vitamins direct light, minerals store light, enzymes balance light, cells produce light, and the blood cell is your transport system, and your ATP is your fuel. And if that is not provided, we are in trouble, all of us. And if we have another C situation coming in 10 years, I don't know, anybody with a weak immune system, you will be in trouble. It is time to wake up, to mentally get clear and stabilize from the ground up your immune system. You want to be psychic, you want that magic stuff and all of that stuff, get into building that physically and look at what's going on in your body. I did, and boy was I surprised. And I had people showing me their blood work, and they said their doctor said they find, guess what, I found the dudes. So I want biochemists and doctors that are able to do the research, look at that. Learn, have the openness to expand, and we all have a better life, and we can have longevity. On that note, I see you on the healthy side, which is what I call the flip side. And if you like what you hear, and this is enlightening to you, subscribe to my channel, help support the cause of bringing knowledge to people and expanding that. You will see this video doesn't have 1 million views because I'm not a Kardashian and I'm not getting a new poodle. That's the level of our consciousness. But that has 90 million views. All the paradise is born for the parasite with unconsciousness. And I'm trying to make you conscious to the fact that we got to step away from the commerce and get real with what's here with the inner and live with that. And that's your life. And you should be concerned with your life. So serious people, what did God say for you to come here? Serious interests only. And so many people flaunt that. You know, I lost my brother with 48. I'm happy and appreciative and lucky that with every breath I take, I'm still here. The rest of my family are alive, and we can do something to make this better for our offspring. It is our duty. And we're waking up to the fact now that we have to get together. So I love you more than you know, more than you can imagine. And yeah, hopefully that means something to you. God bless, and I'm out.